Hi, this week on ReaperLive, we're going to show some more Bones Black preview models.
We're also going to debate who needs a Brazilian butt lift around here. We are.
Okay. Hi, welcome to ReaperLive, the show where we blend painting. Wait, is that how we start? I don't remember.
Yeah. That's the second part.
Is it, hi, I'm Ron, he's Ed, and then this is ReaperLive. That's what it is. Okay. Hi, welcome to ReaperLive. I'm Ron Hawkins, art director here at Reaper.
Ed Pugh, president here at Reaper.
Here at Reaper. And welcome to ReaperLive, the show where we blend painting, gaming, geek culture all together for your viewing pleasure. Not so much painting, I guess, but a little bit of painting, I guess.
I finished mine, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, we're joined today with Michael Collins and Justin Elliott. Say hello, boys. Yeah. Today, Ed, we're going to do some special things. We're going to look at some Bones Black models.
Yes, some more news. Look at those up close, as well as new releases, and or a new release, at least a couple of those.
We got some. We have a metal preview, and we got a few things to look at.
It'll be a fun show.
Yeah. So, are you going to paint while we're doing this?
Yes. In fact, I'm going to continue painting where I left off from another show. The Bones Black model there in the center.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to work on?
The Space Ankylosaurus.
Yes.
I'm going to work on my ogre.
Yes.
Guys, I haven't seen that before.
That work in progress.
Whatever. You know what? I think the metal's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But let's show everybody what they really tuned in to see, and that is more Bones Black preview.
That's true.
Well, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Before we get to the Bones Black, let's just go ahead and give everyone an old-fashioned metal preview.
All right. Dark Heaven Legends.
Dark Heaven Legends.
Trey Manor.
Trey Manor.
Latest Werewolf.
Yep. Scoped by Trey Manor.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, he's great. The texture on him's great. The fur is really sharp, very crisp. You could, like someone like me, I would dry brush the heck out of this thing.
That would be. What
know?
color? See, I was thinking when I was looking at him, I was thinking initially black, because that's always black and red eyes. And then as more I thought about it, it might be interesting to almost paint him like a squirrel, a really light collared brown, red brown.
Sure. Any color would work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey did a great job on him. Details.
He always does. The animation, the hands, he's got it.
Yeah. The teeth are really sharp. The eyes are great. He's got a great expression. He is his tail's a separate piece. You'll need to glue that on when you get it, and he'll be coming out early 2019.
Okay.
So he's not going to be out for Christmas or anything like that. Or
next we've got
next year.
And this would be a Daryl Robards.
Yeah, Daryl Roberts sculpted this for us. This is a giant brazier.
Giant brazier. And to put it into
perspective
scale,
in there.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I think once you get this, now this is a Bones model. Probably end up being a Bones Black model, to be honest. But it could end up being Bones. We don't know yet. We haven't really decided. We haven't really made that decision yet. But either way, it'll really look really great. You know, dry brush it gray. The braziers.
But it would also, to do that really hot coals look, we're using the red to white and all of that to really,
Yeah, because Daryl sculpted the coals in the top, so you can paint it. Yeah, you can paint that, and you can. There's some details that you could paint in bronze or brass or gold.
Just sit on the side and you do that.
You can see that. And so Daryl did that for us, and that'll be coming out soon. Someday.
Soon TM. That's the
someday.
So for the first Bones Black model, that'll be coming out soon.
Yes. Now this was from our Bones 4 Kickstarter, and this will be coming out when if you joined our Kickstarter, Bones 4 Kickstarter, you'll be getting this if you bought the Jason Wiebe Trolls option pledge. So he's included in that. But if you didn't, you missed out. Too bad. But he will be coming out individually as a Bones Black model.
So he is a troll. I can go ahead and say I have it right. I always get my descriptive.
That is our Moor troll.
Okay.
Moor troll, not a Moor troll, and a Moor troll. Okay. So Jason sculpted this. I believe
very good.
I think this is a one-piece model. When people
there is at the waist. It is.
Is it cut at the waist? Okay.
Now when we ship it, it'll be a one-piece.
I believe that when consumers, when you get this, you will be getting this as one piece.
So we'll do that, and
next since you've already got that troll out, let me just go ahead and do this, guys. Since we'll go, in sequence. This is Jason's rock troll again from his trolls option level from Bones 4,
which is more of, and I like the quartz or the looking.
You could paint
on his shoulders.
Yeah.
You could really put a lot of color there to contrast with the drab.
He's really cool. You could paint those as just rock, or you could paint them as, like you said, quartz. You could paint them purple, blue, red, any kind of colors you want to. Just have a different.
So how would you kill a rock troll?
With a sword.
With a sword. Oh, it'd have to be a very thick one. I would think more of a hammer.
Our hammer. They regenerate.
So what else do we have?
Well, let's see. We also have, let's get rid of that guy. We have so this is from the Dreadmere expansion. This is one of the Disciples of Cthon monsters. This is the,
Smart guy.
yeah, I forgot the name. So, stupid me. But yeah, it's the big, like I said, the big smart
It's almost
guy.
very much too Doom-esque. Do you remember there was the Arachno Assassin? I
Yeah.
think it was what he was called.
Yeah,
it
the
was a
Arachno
little
Assassin.
walking brain with a
the brain.
Gatling gun.
This
Yeah.
guy's really cool. Chris Lewis sculpted this. It's really cool. He's got really cool tentacles, and he's got an eye right in there in the middle.
Yes.
You can
Oh,
paint
yeah,
that
it's
really neat. He's got tentacles under for.
He's having a
for
lot of
mouth.
fun painting that.
He's cool. Yeah, he's got a lot of cool textures and stuff, and
I think he'll show up in my list soon.
he's really neat. Yeah. So he's really neat. This was actually going to be one of the Dungeon Dweller metal models, but he's so big and so chunky that it would have been a lot of metal.
But I recognize his homage to the heritage,
Yeah.
the ogre. Yeah,
So-
very much more of a I'm here.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
who's
this
first?
is sculpted by Bobby Jackson, and so while sorry you're not going to get it in Dungeon Dwellers in Metal, but guess what? You will be getting him in 2019 as one of the free figures of the month,
Which is going to be Bones Black.
which is going to be the Bones Black stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you won't get him in Metal, but you will get him in Bones Black, and he'll be free.
So he's not in the
Can-
Kickstarter. That's
He's not
yeah.
you believe that?
I know.
We're going to give this guy away.
I'm amazed when we started years ago. But yes, we had a birthday party and we had to give everybody else the gifts. That was always a weird
Like
thing
a
everybody
Hobbit.
went through. Yeah.
Just like a Hobbit.
Yeah.
All right, so
Speaking of metal miniatures, Ron, we have a question here from Stephen Martin.
wait, is this the question of the week?
Well, actually, why don't you guys go ahead and let
Well, wait. Well, if you're going to do that, don't you have a graphic?
Yes, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Bam! All right.
There we go.
Yeah, question. But it says question of the
Yeah.
week.
We need to put an S on that. So it's
Put
not
an S on
questions.
it. Ready?
There we
watch
go.
this. Watch this. Magic of TV.
There
There's
he
an
goes.
S on
There
it.
he goes.
So we're not going to do a question of the week anymore, right?
No.
What are we going to do?
We're going to do questions. If your question gets read on the show, period, you become eligible for a prize. That's how it works. You're not eligible, you get one.
Yeah, you're not
That was
eligible, you just
the
get the
wrong
prize.
word. Yeah.
So,
So,
okay.
there you go.
So for
but now
Regent-
there
so
are
for Regent-
prizes
all
and
right.
prizes. So
Yes.
this person is going to get a prize. What is that prize going to be?
And who asked this question?
This is Stephen Martin.
Stephen Martin. You're going to win a Viridius by Jason Wiebe. Matter of fact, anybody who has their question read on the air today gets a Viridius by Jason Wiebe. The Bones version, right? Not the metal version. In the new spiffy clamshell packaging. So
Who was designed by?
some very talented person. And painted this. Ann Forster painted this. I just slapped it on a box. So be listening for your name, because if we read your question, you're going to win a Viridius this week.
Yes.
This week. Next week, who knows what it'll be. So let's go back to the
But
question.
this happens now from now on, right? Anytime we read a question,
Right.
they get the prize
until
for
we
that week.
until we change our mind again.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
You guys ready for the question?
Yeah. Yes, Eric.
All right. With the advent of Reaper Black, in addition to the current Bones line,
Mm-hmm.
do you foresee the end of metal miniatures at Reaper?
Oh, based on the heavy metal slug idea. Yeah, I see where you're going.
That's a segue.
No, yeah, that would be. I would say no, but this is why I would say no. When we originally launched the Bones line, this is a stupid Ed story. I did in the meeting predicted we're going to witness the death of metal. Period. And I was just like, it's a done deal. And we made some policy factory changes accordingly. And then lo and behold, something amazing happened, which is actually quite the opposite. Metal sales just continued into this today, still are rising. Every month they keep going up through distribution, straight to retail, consumers. It's still going well. So I would say, no, it's not going to kill metal miniatures.
I would predict the same thing as well. Although Bones Black is a leap forward.
Way ahead,
Yeah.
yes.
I think it might just bring more people into the miniatures hobby in general, which
Yes.
will mean more bones, more Bones Black, and then more metal.
More metal, yes.
So I mean, hopefully that's what it'll do. That's the intent, is to sort of grow the hobby for everyone. So you choose what you like.
Yeah. So that's an awesome question.
Yeah.
Who was it that read that one again?
That
Stephen
would
Martin.
be Stephen Martin.
Stephen Martin. Okay.
Way to earn that Viridius, Stephen.
Yeah.
Good job.
All
Thank
right.
you. Okay. So,
One of the things that we talk about at the very end is social media.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
named them all off.
yep.
And somebody was hit me in the hall the other day and was asking about the various things, and I just realized this may be something we can tell everybody. What do we do and what do we expect from what we're doing on social media.
Okay.
Okay. Now
So,
I take care
yeah,
of.
what do you do specifically?
I do the
social
ones
media
that would
wise?
be the Instagram and the Twitter accounts. That's the two I'm sort of where I work on.
Mm-hmm.
You work on the 2 Facebook accounts.
Mm-hmm.
There's forums. Cheryl runs that.
Right. Well, hold on. Go back for
Oh,
a
yeah?
second before you get there. So when you run our Twitter and our Instagram, when you put up the pictures that go
Yes.
up every day on
Yes.
Instagram. So how
Not
do you,
every day, but
how
yes.
do you do that? How do you go about choosing the right model?
Generally, it's
Throw a dart
The
at the-
part of the whole the genesis of the
Throw a-
idea was
throw a dart.
there's you throw a dart at the models, whichever one you knock over. The idea is that we have these tours that are going through all the time, and one of the highlight of the tours at the end is the gallery, and they're just blown away. Well, there's going to be a lot of people that can't make it to Denton, Texas, to see the gallery and take the tour. So I go through there and I start picking out, and I brought you along to help pick out at times. We try and pick out what would be unique and be able to help people with ideas or colors, or just be in awe of the workmanship.
Yeah, just sometimes just cool stuff.
Just cool stuff that's not even like Jeremy Bonamay's piece, where he just sat down and in 30 minutes made this metal dude or whatever carrying a paint bottle and a paintbrush and
Oh,
all
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, so it's what's in the gallery that makes the gallery unique. And I don't know of too many galleries. In fact, I really don't know of any galleries in the U.S. I'm sure GW probably has one in their headquarters or something. I've done the tour over in the UK at their headquarters. Past that, I'm not aware of many galleries up. So this is just a rare gem that we're trying to share with the world.
There's hundreds of models in the Reaper gallery.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how
definitely.
many there are.
I would
we've
almost
never
venture to say we're thousands. But
we're almost ready to outgrow that thing.
right, we're going to have to remodel and add to the site. Yeah, we're getting ready to redo that.
So you go in there, you photograph the thing, then you go and you put it up on Instagram, and then you tweet it.
And tweet it as well. It goes through. And then I also, as my part to Reaper Facebook group, is I post it there as well. So I hit that group, it hits Instagram, that's where it starts, and then I run one through Twitter, and then I'll turn around and run it to the Facebook group page.
And up here you'll see
all
Twitter,
of these.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yes. And really, that's the main focus. And the reason I'm doing that, not only to share it, but also, too, part of what is supposed to be fun about the internet is just content.
Yeah.
It does get old that every time you turn around, it's buy, sell, you know, that kind of junk. How
Right.
about we just go look at some cool stuff?
And so what I do is we manage 2 pages. We have our Facebook corporate page.
Yes.
So whenever we run promotions like the Dungeon Dwellers or the 25th anniversary or coming up next year, the Bones Black promotion, the Reaper corporate page will be the main page where you can get all your information. That's primarily what that's for. When we do our Kickstarters and things like that, we'll also put up when we do new Reaper Live videos, just things associated
Promotion,
with
it's
Reaper,
really a lot of promotions
promotional
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
The Reaper Facebook group page,
Which is what Matt Clark actually created and really worked hard on
Yes,
that.
he's really
He
built
took
it
it
up.
from nothing into where it is now,
He
running
really
the
built it
online paint contest, which one I think the judging is coming up in one. He's really worked on that. But you also,
I help out with that. I help out with the questions, and we have like 11,000 people on the Facebook group now. So this weekend we ran our 12 days, our holiday sale, and then we put up the graphic showing what's coming up, and so people were asking, how do I get this? What do I need to do? And so all weekend long, I was on social media, on Facebook specifically, the group page, answering questions and things like that. So we do a little bit of customer service through our Facebook page, promotions, things like that. So it's a lot of
the
fun.
corporate pages really gears around promotions and just info going out.
Basic info.
That'll also spill into everywhere as needed.
Yeah.
And then the Facebook group page is really, again, more about content.
In addition to our social media pages, our web page
Is another area.
Yeah, we put up a lot of
Oh,
information on our front page.
And the forums.
And the forums are
Now, forums are moderated by Cheryl.
Cheryl Storm.
Storm is one. She does that.
And
That's her area.
The people on our forums are the greatest people in our world.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to all you forumites who have supported us over the years. You guys are awesome.
Awesome. Definitely.
Love seeing you guys at ReaperCon. So
And they suffered through all of my posts of whatever.
yes, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff on the
Yeah.
website that you can dig through.
Speaking of the website,
Yeah.
I think it's. I got another question here at the top.
Oh, another question. You
Yeah.
win.
Ding,
a
ding, ding.
Veridius.
What will they?
Okay, go ahead.
This comes to us from username is Danny. Is there a way to color match with Reaper paints?
Yes.
Great question.
Very much.
Very good question.
In the tools portion of our website, we have just a tool called the Power Palette. And what it allows you to do is, through your URL, upload or pick a picture off the web. You can load that link in, and it'll put the picture up there. Or you can upload one from your computer, either way. Once you have the picture in there, you just take the cursor over, and it's got a very fine point when you start clicking, and you can click the elements of that picture, and it'll turn around and populate over here in the box the best choices out of the Reaper paint lines to match that color. So it really helped me as a tool in learning how to do that glowing lava. You know, I loaded up some lava flows, and I was able to go push in and hit the reds and the yellows and the whites, and I understood the structure of what I was doing to go play with that. But that's how you would do it, and with that you could upload anything from the paint contest, from whatever model you're wanting to find the colors of and the whole thing, put it in there, click it through, it'll give you the best match.
It'll give you the closest match we can give you with our paint line.
So I don't think you can get any better than that.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a good question, though.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, well, speaking of paint and things like that, we just went through a weekend of madness.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
So
very much so.
we just went and had our Black Friday sale. We don't do a lot of Black Friday.
We don't really do any Black
No, we
Friday
don't.
sales. That's not something.
It's not something we do.
As a
right?
manufacturer, we don't have the sale. It's the people selling the stuff have the Black
Our
Friday
retailers
sale,
and things
retailers,
like that,
etc.
right.
So
But we had a Black Friday sale,
yeah.
and it was nuts.
It was nuts. And what happened was 6 months ago, I guess in July, however you want to count
July,
it,
yeah.
we canceled the HD paint line for lack of sales, individual numbers, things like that. So with that, we still had inventory left over. And in a meeting, everybody's always asked, what's going to be a Black Friday sale? What's going to be? We don't really do that, guys.
Right.
But in the meeting, it came up, why don't we get rid of the HD paints? Sure. And 99 cents. So we said, there you go, bottle of paint, 99 cents, and we'll go for it. Had no idea.
You can't.
Absolutely had no idea.
It's a great deal.
Yeah, and I think some are still up there. Not many, I guess.
Not many. There's
Yeah.
a few tubs left. I mean, our customers really wiped them out.
They did.
Yeah.
But the most amazing part is that at about 6:45 that morning, I got the first phone call, and it was Cindy at Internet, and she's like, "I need you to come in." You know, the Internet area is not that large, and so you can't put a bunch of people.
So
in
what? And just to be clear, it's colloquial. We called it the Internet area. It's really our order fulfillment area for
yeah.
consumer orders.
Which just refers to the Internet department.
Because they make
yes.
their orders online.
But
on the
they fill
internet.
all of the orders. They do. They do
Right, so it
distribution.
sounds confusing,
and,
but that's our
and,
order fulfillment
distribution's handled out in the shop. But yeah, they do stores. They do everybody. So in the area, she goes, "Well, it's just we've been bombed. It's the orders are off the chart." And so I looked up my little phone widget. I was like, "Wow, okay. Well, then I'll get ready and get in." And I was and at that time, early in the morning, let's say 7:15, whenever, it's bad. And I figure I'm gonna go in for an hour or two, help out, and go. So I get everything done around the house, get out the door, and I get there and realize that it's just grown exponentially, like a bag of popcorn in the microwave. It's just thing's filling up. And so I was talking to Cindy, and Cindy showed me more numbers. So we need more. So I called Ron. So there we go.
Yeah, and I show up, and Ed brought me a hamburger, and so showed up, and we pulled paint orders all day.
Yeah.
And you know, at 99 cents, you can move a lot of paint.
It was a
bottles of paint.
bunch. And inside that little area, which I don't know how to define it. It was, how would you say that is?
Oh yeah, it's not that big, but
like a 20 by 40 area or something that we're walking around in. My job was to restock the paints where they pulled individuals, and then un-6-pack boxes in the blue tubs. We have these large storage, big bulk tubs, so that we could get individual bottles out of that. And then I also had the job of restocking the free miniature of the month on that rack, so that the order pullers were not slowed down by having to find empty paint or anything like that. And I put on over 3 miles in just walking in that little area there. We were there for 8 hours easy, if not longer. It was longer. And then what were you doing during it?
Just pulling orders. I just pulled orders.
Yeah.
I must have pulled 5 or 6 bottles of paint.
Yeah.
No, we pulled a lot of paint. Thousands. It was thousands of bottles.
Oh, it's easily. I never got a final count on it, but it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't 20, 25,000
Oh yeah,
bottles of paint.
it was
easy.
a lot of paint. It was a lot of paint.
Which is weird. I didn't think we had that much left, but then hence why we canceled it. There was it wasn't exactly running out the door.
Not only did we sell a lot of paint that day, but we also had introduced our new Grudge Bus.
Yes.
By Jason Wiebe, the resin
Which you
bust.
showed off the prize of the week last week.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
And so we pulled orders. We pulled HD paints. We pulled Grudge Bus. We pulled
everything.
Dragon box sets. We pulled all kinds of stuff. So it was a really, really great Black Friday. Thanks to all our customers who helped us out with that.
Thank y'all.
And hopefully next year we can figure out.
I
something,
like though
something to
the
top
last
it.
thing was when the mail. We have this lady that comes picks up our mail. She shows a large truck. She showed up and her eyes just popped right out because
Yeah.
we kept rolling big huge UPS or US postal.
She was like
like
a Tex Avery wolf. Her eyes just popped out.
just right out there.
Yeah. So
Speaking of bus, by the way, Ron, that actually brings us to another question.
okay.
For today's episode.
Oh wait. Okay.
This one is brought to you by the Jonathan Peterson. Emphasis on the.
Jonathan, you're going to win a
And
Viridius.
just in case you didn't know,
Hey,
there we
Jonathan,
go.
you won a prize a couple weeks ago or a few weeks ago, whenever it was. Looks like you won another prize.
The question is,
Yeah.
are you considering making any large-size miniatures or busts of Sophie? If so, would there be a design used from previous year or a completely new design?
Okay. Well, we've talked about doing more busts. We have that dragon bust we did for ReaperCon. We were talking about doing that
the Grudge Bus.
either in
is it, yeah.
either in resin or in bones black specifically.
Right.
I know that for Bones 4, Gene Van Horn and I had talked about doing a Sophie, a large scale Sophie, to be done in Bones. It just didn't happen. But it's something that sort of played around, bounced around in my mind for the last few months. Oh my gosh, the last year and a half since Bones 4
Was there.
over, yeah.
She would be a very good subject to do.
Yeah.
Bus for us in general were never part of it because we got to make gaming figures that people paint. But we also have a huge audience of people that buy figures to paint and maybe using games or not. And so that's really the Grudge, redoing that one and re-releasing that one sort of really educated all of us.
If you guys want to see more busts, then make sure that you pick up a Grudge bust. Show us that they're going to sell. We'll do more busts.
Or email Ron.
Yeah. So if we do another Sophie, it would probably be new art.
Generally, I would see because the art used to make those models was this size and made a small model. So if you're gonna do a bust, you would want something a little
probably
bit
something
more detailed to get the anatomy correct and things of this nature.
It could be a bust. It could be a full-on scale. I've got an idea for a pretty cool Sophie model that
like a 12-inch size.
maybe not that big, but maybe as big as something else.
Yes.
We've got peeking around back here. Maybe we'll show you later. So, but yeah, that's always an option to do more busts, and I think it's a good idea to do a Sophie model bust.
That's a very good idea. Very good question.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah.
We have another question. It's kind of out of a left field, but it's a good talking point, I think. You
All right.
guys give your opinions on this.
It's not
Especially-
from Gone Broke, is it?
It's
You
not
keep
from
throwing those
Trust
guys.
me,
I'm not
Okay.
answering
we've
that.
actually filtered his questions.
Oh, okay.
He or she, we actually don't know.
Okay.
They're filtered. We don't get
Okay.
those anymore.
All right.
Stop trying, Gone Broke. Anyway, so question by Patrick D. All right. With the advent of online publishing, it is easier than ever for independent games to find audiences. With that being said, are there any games/worlds that you would enjoy to create models for outside of your current genres? Okay, think Pugsmire, Puppetland, etc. That's kind of what he's getting at.
Okay.
So I would imagine that means something kind of other than your standard high fantasy.
Right, the standard run-of-the-mill that we've been.
Yeah, I'm kind of passingly familiar with Pugsmire. It's the game. It's the role-playing game where you can play a
Puppies to
dog
dogs.
player character.
It's
yeah.
really it's
really cute art. Yeah, it's really cool.
Now, I will interject here. Do we not have a vampire pug? I know it's not for the,
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing.
but it is a pug,
It is a pug.
It is.
and it is a vampire.
I'll tell you what. All right, just because we're talking about Pugsmire specifically, Jim Ludwig at Dark Sword, darkswordminiatures.com.
That's true, yeah.
He's the place to go to if you need a dog player character. Go to Dark Sword.
Yeah.
He can hook you up with all kinds of dogs. I don't think he has a corgi yet, Jim. Fix that. But he's got all sorts of dogs. I know he's got pugs because Weeby. Weeby, hope you're doing well. Weeby owns pugs, so of course.
And Ron's own pugs. I mean, they're very
unfortunately,
popular.
yes, I have. But they do all kinds of dog animals or dog models, dog miniatures over there. So as characters, not just animals. So
that'd be a good place
check
to
out
look.
Dark
But to
Sword.
get back to the question, would we? If I had to choose a world, and in fact we tried this years ago, it'd be Red Dwarf. That was a show that I really liked, and I thought that little core group of characters would be fun. The whole concept really suffers from a cost to develop it, to actually get it out in production versus the sales.
because it's so niche.
It's very, 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 niche-y. Red Dwarf, if you know what I'm talking about, you're just like going, oh my God, that's awesome. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, you could see those models all day and you could care less. you know, kind of. And this translates to sales, and we have to look at the production side to develop it, to get a figure into going. That's a big issue. So, what was the other game that he said?
Puppet Land.
Oh, Puppet Land. That's I love the cover art. That's a neat. I love that, and that's a really neat concept even to do that. It's back to, you know, anybody that's not familiar with the game itself is just going to look at it, oh, it's a puppet miniature or something.
Yeah. And
so the cost versus the ability to sell really comes into play a lot with those ideas. It's really, though, when you said would we reach out, we aren't going to reach out. I mean, we find a lot of stuff we think is cool, but I did, like in the case of Red Dwarf, reach out. And we could just never come to a concept because they didn't want us to do just a box set of the core cast and the popular, you know, whatever, extra cast.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted like 100 different models. And I said, I've watched that series 100 times. Don't think you could come up with 100 different models.
Mm-hmm.
But that was what killed it. And there was no way we were going to bite that off. We'd bite off a box set. So if they're interested and it fits, and also, too, it's also very important, if someone has ever reached out to us,
mm-hmm.
that the game needs or uses miniatures. You would be amazed
Sure.
how many people design this great game and pitch us. I've had this happen at Gen Con.
Sure, we did.
And the cool part is they don't need miniatures. And then, and I'm immediately thinking, why are you talking to me? And they go, but we want to license y'all. We want y'all to do. And all they were really looking to do is get 3D images of their art. Well, that's not what we're here to do. So if somebody like that, they would have to get with us. I don't know, Ron, would you have any?
You know, and yeah, while we wouldn't do it, you know, if there are manufacturers out there, I mean, we've had people
Dark
approach
Sword,
us.
like it said, for the Pugsmire.
Yeah, they can take care of that. And I mean, we've done contract work before for the companies who want to do it. So, you know, if someone's interested, they can always contact us. But I don't think we're going to reach out to anyone specifically. Our plates they're kind of full.
We're really sort of busy as it is.
They're really full.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a good question.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's a complicated question. There's a lot that goes into that kind of that discussion. It's not just as easy as a thumbs up, thumbs down.
A lot of moving parts. Well, this would be the point where I'd say let's let these minis dry, but we hadn't done anything.
You're right. I've been sitting here talking and haven't even touched it. Oh my God.
Good news, they're already dry.
Yeah. At least mine's more painted than yours.
Well, yeah. Well, this one, see?
Yeah.
All right. So stay up with all the latest news and information on www.reapermini.com.
Don't forget YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Instagram. Get there and enjoy it, guys. We do it for you.
All right. Well, once again, I'm Ron Hawkins. Thanks for watching.
I'm Ed Pugh. Thank you all very much.
See you next week.
We forgot the big guy. Come on, let's go.
Fine. All right,
let's get him out
go
there.
ahead. Put him up there. Thunk. Blam.
There we go.
Slam. It's Moonlack. Moonlack. Bones Black. Moonlack.
Bones Black. This is one of the big ones. He's not even the biggest, but he's big.
He's pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall he is. He's just big.
8 or 9 inches at least. He would be fun to paint. He's got a lot of texture in both his skin as well as the thing.
Jason?
And you could do him as a gray. You could do him, really, you could even just start setting out and doing a whole different color pattern.
Jason Weeby sculpted this guy. He's in the Lost Valley expansion. So if you got the Lost Valley expansion, during your Kickstarter pledge, you'll get this guy. But he'll be available in Bones Black later
Next year. Yes. He'll be good.
In a little box.
So there you go. Hope
There
you got
you go.
enough twist on it.
Hope you stuck around for the end.
You ready? Got to wave goodbye again. He hates that.